Hey, this is WhyBeAre with Automation, the car company Tycoon game, and we're going to do another scenario where we build a car from start to finish. This is the first hard mission, it looks like, which is a little frightening, actually. Wish me luck, I guess. This one's called Kazakh Freedom, and let's just read the little story that goes with it. The word Kazakh comes from an ancient language and means free man. What car really grants freedom to a man? Perhaps a light roadster. The wind blowing through the hair? Definitely not on Kazakh roads. Here, magnificent potholes would stop any roadster permanently. Not quite giving the vibe of free men. Excuse me. What is needed is a robust, affordable car that can get anywhere and runs on any sort of fuel. Since not everyone even lives near a decent road, it has to be somewhat family-friendly as well. You know what? This does not sound like a car that I would enjoy. This does not sound like a car that I would drive, I would make, or I would buy, or anything like that. This sounds like a boring car. But well, we gotta make a boring car, I guess. So chassis type, it seems like no matter what, monocoque is always better, so just because it's always better. Material, steel. Why steel? Because, well, cheap. We don't, looking at the things right here, we don't have that much money. We only have $7,500 for total cost. That's parts and labor. So that should be okay. And I'm looking at everything else we need. We need sportiness, but not that much. We need a ton of off-road and a ton of utility, a little bit of tameness, and a ton of economy and reliability. So let's do engine placement. Let's do front transverse, just because it'll probably be cheaper than front longitudinal. Front suspension. Let's go McPherson because we need that off-road. We need some off-road abilities here, which also means we'll probably need a solid axle coil because that will be the best off-road in the rear. Yes, it is. So we'll use a solid axle coil in the back. And drive type, we'll do front-wheel drive only for now because, well, it's cheap. Because I don't know how much money we really have to mess with here. $7,500 does not sound like a lot. Panel material, we'll go ahead and use steel for now. Probably we'll come back later and make it a little bit lighter. But for now, we'll start with steel just because, again, cheapness. Alright, so next is the body style. We have only one choice. This is the body style we have to use, whether I like it or not, so let's make the best of it. What can we do to it? We can make it a little longer, but that looks weird. I like it short and compact, so that's already set. We can make it sloped or less slope. I guess less slope would probably be better because you could put your whatever, your family in there and stuff because that's what they want, right? Go ahead and make this look a little more... I like it when it's out more like that. I don't know. Just looks a little bit better than me. And what else can we do? We don't need wide wheels on this because it needs economy, so can we actually... make that even smaller? Yes, we can. Can we do the same up front? Because I need like baby wheels on this thing. We need skinny tires for the economy. And make this thing look like it. You know what? Let's make this thing look stupid. It's been a while since I've made a stupid looking car, so let's make this one look stupid. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah. There we go. Now it's getting dumb. It's getting real dumb up in here. That looks absolutely hideous. Oh, that is perfect. Alright, let's get a color on this thing. Let's go, let's go blue. There we go. That is a hideous looking car. That is just absolutely disgusting. Yep, that can't get any worse if I tried. Oh. Alright, kid, next page. Alright, we need headlights. And we're going to keep with the theme of a gross, disgusting car. We need some ugly, ugly headlights on this thing. Right there. Put them up there. Oh, whoa, wow. Well, that looks... It's not hideous, it's just weird. I want hideous. What about these squares? You know, I want pop-up lights. Pop-up lights aren't hideous, but I want them in the game now that I think about it, because aren't pop-up lights cool? Who doesn't like them? There we go. That just looks so stupid. Why do your lights triangles? I don't know. Because I want them to be triangles. Why? There is no reason. Just because. And we need high beams as well, so we need more lights. Put more lights on it. These ones are the high beams. And those ones are just normal lights. These ones are wider. And whoa, what kind of shape is this? And those are the high beams. And oh my goodness, this is just the weirdest looking thing. What am I making? This is not a car anymore. What in the world am I doing? I don't know. I have no idea anymore. We need grills. We need really big, shiny grills. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness, look at the way that it stretches on the side. That looks like it was a terrible design. I think the stretching on the side is just more of a little bit of a glitch of making it too big, so we won't actually do it that much. That one looks okay, but this one's too well, I guess it could be a design. Somebody could say, yes, that's a good design, I want that. And then I have something to say to them, but somebody could probably say that. I see it happening. That is just so bad. You know what? Instead of lights, let's put another grill. Just put another grill just right here. Can we have another grill right here, please? I don't have enough of them, I think. Oh, God. Yeah, you see that coming at you. You're wondering what in the world is going on. Because that is just... Oh, my goodness. Well, at least the engine will stay cool. But at what cost? Let's put different lights on it. Let's do this with the lights. Let's just put them right here, right on top of the grill. Like, oh, they blend in. Oh, they actually... Whoa, they blend in. I tell you what, how about this? We'll reduce the grill to fit the lights. Yep, that looks even worse. Oh my goodness, this is hideous. Oh, this is so ugly. Indicators. Everybody needs to know when you're going to turn, so we're going to put them way up here. Because, you know, why not? We can put them up here. Yeah, you ever see a car with indicators up there? No, you haven't. Now you have. Just, what in the world is going on? What made somebody decide to do that? I have no idea. We're putting it there anyways, though. We already got enough. Oh, we know what we need. We need a bonnet thing. We need one of these. Yes, yes. For all the power this thing is going to make. We need it to be fast. We need one that gets the air in. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, this is a terrible car. Taillights. We need taillights. Now, let's say the owner saw a Skyline. He's like, oh, aren't those taillights cool? I wish I had taillights like that. And then he put them on. They were all crooked. Actually, let's put them up here. But he put them on, and they were all crooked and stuff. He's like, I can't do this, Mom. Oh, it's all crooked. Too bad you can't make it unsymmetrical and even be less crooked, but oh well. There we go. That looks totally terrible, the way how crooked it is. Just like, oh, come on, man. You just slapped those on, didn't you? Yes. That's great. Now, supposedly somebody said one of these grills does kind of make the shape of a license plate if you have the right one. I want to figure out which one that was. Maybe this one? Was it this? Okay, look at that. It does. So let's say it has a European spec license plate, so it looks something like that. There we go. That's perfect. So that's actually cool that we can do that. Well, you know what? You ever see those trucks with those sideways license plates? That's what this really needs. Just more hideousness on this thing, because it's not hideous enough. We need some exhaust. That's what we need. We're going to need more exhausts than we have cylinders. So there we go. 8 exhausts. Because I don't think we can fit any more. Otherwise, I would do more. I wish you could do a centered up exhaust. You can't center an exhaust, you know? Because look, it's just, nope, you can't do that. It's too bad. Oh well. But like that, there we go. Look at all that power this thing's going to be making. Alright, what else can we do? We could put another indicator on. Let's just put another indicator here. That way everybody knows when I'm making a move. Everybody will know. Let's put one in the front too. Everybody knows when I'm taking a move on these turns, man. Put one up here. Oh, that looks really bad. Put one right there. Yes. Oh my goodness. Get rid of this one now. That looks so bad with just those two. We don't need that. Well, you know, leave it anyways. Who cares? We need a wing. Wing. This will really reduce the economy. I know that, but it's okay. It'll be worth it for the looks. Look at that. Oh, no. Ooh. And we can give it a racing stripe almost with the... That's what, oh my goodness. That's what we need to do. We need to put a racing stripe on this car. But first, we need to make this wing as big as we possibly can. Just like that. Yes. Oh my goodness, what have I made? And now we need to have a racing stripe. A yellow racing stripe. 2 of them. We're going to do... Oh, we can't put them on the hood like that. What else can we use? We can use vents for a racing stripe. Go. Boom. Actually, let's use the silver one. There we go. And we rotate it. Put it up and make it huge. And then we have a racing stripe on the hood. Or on the top, I mean, not hood. And it's going to be partially crooked because the owner couldn't paint very well. That's okay. And somebody, they have like OCD, this car is going to drive them crazy because it is intentionally all over the place. Alright, well I can't seem to get it to stretch out anymore. So that's how it'll be, just something like that. It's not a racing stripe anymore, I don't know what it is. Just, it looks crazy. That's the whole design of the car. The whole design of the cars look crazy. Oh, we need some way to open the doors. Because the owner's like, yeah, I could do shade, but that's so overdone. I need something cool. So what he did is he said, I want a big handle. So he got the biggest handle he could find and strapped it on. How big can we make it? Let's make it right here and make it huge. So it takes like 2 hands to grab that thing, like, to open the door, and it's just ridiculous. There we go. That is a beautiful car. I would so buy that. Oh, that is just, oh, that is amazing looking. The best car ever. Just beautiful. Alright, hopefully all those stupid things we did to it won't affect the actual performance too bad. But now we can actually make the engine. And I'm thinking we should probably just do it inline 4. And keep it cheap. Just do cast iron on both the block and crank. We'll worry about the actual size of the engine later. Whoa, I guess we gotta worry about it right now because it's already a little too big. So let's go ahead and bring down the bore. Because usually it seems like it's more beneficial to have a high-stroke, low-bore engine in this kind of scenario. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, this engine's getting really small now. Alright, well, can we fit a V8 in here? I'm just curious. Can we fit a V8 in here? Even though it is really dumb to be doing this. The V8, the V8 has a much bigger capacity, though. Oh, choices. Let's just try with a V8 for now. Let's see what happens, huh? Alright, so we're going to still do cast iron on both, though. Conrods, this isn't going to be no power monster or nothing. It's an economy car, so cast should be fine. In fact, let's do low friction cast here, just so we don't have to worry about fuel efficiency as much, because those make it where the car is more fuel efficient, because, well, they're low friction. Can you see a difference between the two, actually? I never looked at them. Oh, look, they're shinier. That's the main thing I noticed in the... Oh, well, not important too much. I just wanted to look at the little details. Alright, heads and valves. Let's do, probably just do a dual overhead cam. Because, well, that is great for economy. It's that simple. Dual overhead cams are great for economy. We'll do a 5-valve one because, again, great for economy. See, all that friction is low, airflow is high. That's what's important. Compression, we're probably going to have to reduce it a lot because we need to use low quality unleaded. So let's bring it down to about 7. 7 sounds good. Cam profile, it seems like about 60 is always good. I don't know why, but it seems like 60 is like a magic number unless you're making something really out of the ordinary. So we'll do 60, and we will put variable valve timing on everything because, well, it's cheap and it helps economy. What's not to like? Whoops, I forgot to put no VVL because we can't have variable valve lift. We can't. It's impossible. So, no turbo. We don't need it. We're not making something fast. We're making this thing. It doesn't need a turbo. Alright, next up, we're going to go ahead and say an injection system for efficiency's sake, and we'll do, let's see, we could do the multi-point, we'll do a multi-point because it has better fuel efficiency, and I don't think it affects fuel efficiency much to have a single versus twin versus throttle per cylinder. Let me actually let you see that. Single, twin, throttle per cylinder. Throttle per cylinders just are beautiful looking things, but we don't need it. I think a single should be perfectly fine here, to be honest. And you know what? There's nothing that says we can't be crazy and use a race intake, as far as I can tell. Like, I see no reason not to use a race intake, except maybe to increase the comfort because it's so loud and obnoxious. But let's try race intake for now, just for a little bit. And we need the low quality unleaded, so there we go. Fuel mixture, just leave it like that for now. We'll come back to it later if we need to. Ignition timing, same deal. RPM limit, since this is an economy car and we need a ton of reliability, let's bring it down to about 5,000. We don't need it revving that high. Alright, let's see. What kind of headers? You know what? Let's do long tubular. Just because it has a high airflow. I don't know if we'll necessarily need it, but just in case. And we only need single exhaust. How much power? 100. Ooh, well, we're probably gonna make more power than that. So let's do 3.0 on the exhaust diameter. No catalytic converter, no muffler, none of that garbage. And let's see, will the engine run? I know it's too big. I noticed that right now. But I just want to see if it'll run. Awesome. Awesome. It ran perfect. Sorry about that quick cut right there. I actually heard a knocking on my door, so I had to go run and open the door, and there were these children saying, "Give us free candy." I'm like, fine, so I threw some candy at their face. And then I came back to the game, and now we can continue playing some automation. So we're going to go ahead and keep making this engine. We need it to fit in the car. Plain and simple, this engine is too big. It won't fit, so now to fit. That was it. It just barely didn't fit. Now it fits. Let's run it again. It is still knocking. Question is, should I care? Okay, yeah, I should care. I think if we throw on some mufflers, that might help, actually. Yeah, the economy, not the knocking. I'm looking at the economy because I'm thinking that economy is too low. We might as well set up the rest of the car and confirm what I think, I guess, but I'm pretty sure it's too low. So Gearbox, since we don't really need that much sportiness, we'll go with an automatic. And we'll just do a 5 ratio because otherwise people will be like, you need more gears, so we'll have more gears and tons of spacing on it. Because tons of spacing usually seems to work out nicely. And tons of top speed as well, that usually seems to work out nicely. And I can't explain why, it usually does. So yeah, this thing can go 177 miles per hour. This thing is a speed crazy rocket thing. Yeah, sure it is. Tires, we need the off-roading, so off-road tires it is. Let's go ahead and just, we'll leave their width as they are and come back to that later if we need to. Same with, well, pretty much everything about the tires. Next we'll go to the brakes. We need cheap brakes. We don't need fancy brakes, just solid disc, 1 pistons for comfort. That's really all we need. We'll make them big at least. But we don't need that much stopping because the roads will stop for us. We're off-roading. It's fine. This is an off-road car, mind you, too. That's why it has all the off-roading accessories that I put on it. Yes, what off-roading accessories? I don't know. That is such a gross-looking car. Oh my goodness, I can't even look at it. Let me just... Ah, there we go. I don't have to look at it. Alright, under tray, we probably want... Well, we don't want downforce, but fully clad might be beneficial for miles per gallon, so we'll use that. And we might actually have a reason to reduce the cooling flow later on, for once. But we won't worry about that quite yet. We'll just leave it as it is. And next up is the seats. We will have 5 seats because I'm sure that will increase the utility. Go ahead and use basic interior. And then basic entertainment. No entertainment. We don't need no entertainment. You're driving your car. That's entertaining enough. Go ahead and put a ton of insulation because I'm pretty sure that'll help. Give all the driving assist there are because it doesn't matter for sportiness, which is what usually gets reduced by that. We don't need no stinking safety. We really don't need safety. There's nothing in here that says this car has to be safe at all. Nothing. Alright, let's use the off-road preset because I'm pretty sure it'll be useful. And how does that do? It is all over the place. We need more sportiness and more comfort. Alright, the easiest way to get more comfort is to just increase the interior quality. What if we put it up to standard? Is that good enough? Still not quite, but only by 0.6 points, which means it's not worth it to increase the, that again. I'm better off to probably do something like increase the quality slider, for example, and that puts it at 24.7, so I can increase it 1 more, or I'm pretty sure there's something else I could do if I mess with the tires. If I did something where I had bigger rims, that might help. Oh, it did not help, it did not help. The smaller rims, I mean, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, there we go. Smaller rims. I don't know why I said bigger. I was mistaken. Now we need some more sportiness. How are we going to get sportiness out of this thing? This thing's not sporty at all. It's not made to be sporty, though. I wasn't saying, oh yes, I'm making a sports car when I was making it. It was not my plan. Not even a little bit. Alright, let's see. What if we did something like this? We need more economy, too. I'll worry about sportiness later. I want to get that economy fixed up. We still need a lot more economy. I tried lowering the tires, but we need a smaller engine. I'm shoving a big old V8 in it. Yeah, well, of course the economy is going to be garbage. Let's put a much smaller V8 in this thing. Let's go. I still want a V8 because I've already dedicated myself to putting a V8 in this thing. There's no going back now. This thing is getting a V8. The question is only how big, and I'm thinking that should be about right for size. That's fairly reasonable for size. We haven't used any quality sliders here either, so we might as well do that if there's anywhere I think we could. And normally I only do it where the tech is up, but you know, if we need to, we could do something different than that. You know what? Let's see. Oh, we can increase the quality here by 4, and that should help economy. And then we could probably decrease the fuel mixture even, and that should still run without knocking too badly. Yeah, I know it's still knocking, by the way. I never fixed that, I know. I'll fix it eventually. Calm down. It's okay if the engine knocks a little bit. It's like a trick-or-treater knocking at your door. It's okay. I think if we increase the quality here, that might help the octane rating. Not in a measurable amount, though, so never mind about that. What if we did this? What if we increase this a ton? I know we need that economy. If I'm doing something stupid like shoving a V8 in this, we're going to need a ton of economy. And that might be the easiest way to get it. There we go. Okay, that did help. And the octane rating is good, even. We might be able to up the compression just a little bit with the octane rating being that good. Alright, that's good, that's good. And we don't need an exhaust that big because we're not making that much power. Probably a 2-inch exhaust should be more than enough for the amount of power it's making. There we go. In fact, everything went up, which is always a good sign. And that looks like it's all happy there. Nothing I could really change or feel like changing, I should say. Alright, is a standard intake better? Loudness is better? Reliability is a lot better. So I guess, because reliability is 30% of the grade, we don't need a race intake. As cool as it is, we're like, yeah, this is a race car engine. We don't need it. It's just stupid and wasteful. You know what's funny is it costs $3,000 a year to keep that thing on a car. That's insane costs. But yeah, I'm happy with everything else. Everything else looks solid. You know, I really bumped the quality slider on this up a ton, and it doesn't seem like it costed that much. I don't think it did. Like, we're still... Okay, we got the economy by a bunch, which is okay. We can have a ton of economy on this thing. That's good. The reliability, we have it by a bunch, but we need more off-road. How do you get more off-road? There's not even a thing that says off-roadness yet. I think it probably is going to come in later versions of the game, but it's not here yet. So how do you say this is better off-roading? I'm not honestly entirely sure. I don't know if there's anything that'll tell you. Now this is going to be difficult, isn't it? Well, first we should worry about the sportiness. We could probably increase the sportiness by reducing the weight. So we could probably use a polymer, which isn't too expensive. We had a little money to throw around. And that did help the sportiness, but not quite enough. What if we had all-wheel drive? Because front-wheel drive, that's not sporty at all. And it went down. But we have the off-road. You win some, you lose some. We want a little bit there. All we have to worry about right here is sportiness. How are we going to get the sportiness up? That's a good question. We could fix... Let's see, what could we do? The top speed is really holding it back there. And the loudness, it's not loud enough. Well, fine, I'll make it louder if that's what you want. We don't need no stinking mufflers. Does that make it more sporty for you? It did, but then the comfort goes, I was like, this is uncomfortable. What do you want, sporty or comfortable? Make your mind up. You can't have both. And that was too loud, but it's not sporty enough still. Make your mind up. Do we really need... Why did I put long tubular on these? That doesn't even make sense. We're only making, what, 100 horsepower? Let's see, I hit the wrong button there. I mean, we only need short cast. The truth of the matter is, that's all we need. There's no real benefit to using long tubular in this situation. As far as I know. I don't know why I did that. Well, I guess there is a benefit. Cost a lot, but it does increase the economy ever so slightly in the power and the... Yeah, what the heck, we'll leave it like that for now. I know I'm going to probably regret that later, but oh well, who cares? Alright, so we can reduce the top speed a bit. That should help. Get the sportiness up. The sportiness is at 3.3. I thought I put it up. Also, the top speed actually went down. How did the top speed go down when I reduced the gear? What? What? Whatever. 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 I don't know what's going on here. We need different tires. That's the thing. How about this? Bigger tires. Does that increase sportiness? Like big old, big tires, and width is probably fine. We probably should make them wider, but we'll see. Maybe if we increase the quality, that might help. How's that do? There we go. Now we got the sportiness, but we're missing the comfort. You win some, you lose some. Alright, what if we just slide the slider up a ton here? Alright, that's getting better, but really not by much. It's probably not worth the points. Comfort. Don't want a premium interior if we can ooh, I don't know if we can afford that. Oh, we cannot afford that, but it is the difference. Reduce the quality by 1. That'll reduce the cost a little bit. And then the comfort's too low. Well, fine. You don't get that kind of fancy interior. You're going to complain so much. What happens if you do a 2-seater? Oh, 2-seater works. Alright, nice. So, we still need some more points on this thing, though, somehow. Question is, how are we going to get those extra points? Always a good question. Always is. I'm just going to peek through the menu, try to figure out what if we had a little bit of entertainment in this thing. Oh, well, fine. You don't want entertainment, then you don't get none. I try to give you something entertaining. Oh, I hate it. It sucks. Really, why did the score go down? What? Like, the tameness went down because you added a radio? What? What does it mean? How can the tameness go down? And the prestige barely increases for having no radio versus some radio. So if you don't get no radio, then forget you. Alright, we'll try reducing the cooling, because this is, like I said, one of the few instances where I think that might benefit. And it did, but only by 3, which, well, it's not that much. Try reducing it a bit more, see what that does. That went down now, so that is too much reduction. How about up? Up by 6. So we still need... See, it's a lot of fiddling here. What about 840? It's still going up, so we can still increase it again. 850? It's still going up just by a less than measurable number. 880. Still going up. Still going up, still going up. Maybe I just need... Wait, why did... I thought... Maybe I shouldn't have decreased the cooling. Hold on. Maybe I changed 2 things at once and I didn't realize it. Yeah, I guess that was the case. See, cooling is good. Cooling is your friend. It cools you. You want that. You really do. Quality slider here. Will that do anything, really? I don't know. What if we do it downwards? Does that do anything? Makes it 1 less. So, no, we don't want down. You almost never want down, it seems like. Ever. 1235. We're still at the same number as before. Oh, well, wait. No, the other one was better. Up the quality by 1. How's the platform? I don't think we could afford glued aluminum, but we might be able to afford a longitudinal setup, which might increase some of the values better. And it did absolutely nothing to benefit us, but it costed us $2. $2 whole. If that's all it costs car manufacturers to make their car rear, front longitudinal versus front transverse, every car should be front longitudinal, man. Crazy. Oh, increase this slider, that'll help. Haha, oh, it went down? Hold on, that's backwards. I increased the quality and you guys are angry? You're the worst customers ever. I give you better quality product and you get angry at me. You make no sense, customers. Again, same thing. What in the world? That never usually happens, especially when the cost isn't a factor. It's not because it's more expensive that it's going down. Something else is causing it to go down. Why is it going down when I increase the quality? The tameness went down because the dynamic response goes down, the roll angle goes down. Oh, whatever. I don't know. I don't get you guys. You guys make no sense. You're all fired. Wait, I think this is a little too high, isn't it? We could probably reduce that. And oh, no, it's not too high. Put it back up. Put it up 1 more. Wait a minute. No, don't put it up 1 more. That just made it worse. No, it didn't. I can't count numbers, apparently. I swear I miscounted the numbers then. I don't know. We'll just leave it at 6. I have no idea. I just truthfully have no idea. What if we did the quality up on this? See, it's just a lot of fiddling here. Fiddle, fiddle, fiddle with those sliders. Brakes. Up the quality on those a little. Not by a measurable amount, and it only costed $30. So $30 is quite a bit. Why do we have 17-inch tires? That's probably dumb. There we go. That helps a little bit. What about 15-inch tires? Why did I even put 17-inch? I think it was to try to up the sportiness or something. Like, yeah, big tires, yeah! So dumb, but it helps. There we go. Small tires are good. Well, something didn't pass the not enough sportiness. So big tires do help sportiness, though. And what if we decrease the diameter as well? As we did that. It's still worse. So we went up the diameter back. I think it was there, and put the... Or not the diameter. You know what I mean. You see what I'm clicking? I'm just reading the words below it instead of above it. They're both diameter. Never mind. I am right. I'm just confusing myself here. Just ignore me. What if we do slightly thinner tires? Does that reduce the sportiness too much? No, but it does increase the other things, which is good stuff. Alright. What if we had a race intake? I'm just curious. Does it actually do a difference? Oh, okay, we don't want a race intake. Race intake is a bad idea. Let's go and just make it where it knows what's up. Alright, what if we put another slider on something? Like, let's see, the engine seems pretty solid right now, honestly. Is there anything that's really claiming like it's gonna blow up or anything? Oh, that engine is perfect in terms of reliability. That thing is gonna be a solid engine. What if we had quieter mufflers? Does that ruin anything in the sportiness too much? Yeah. I'm pretty sure the quietness would help, though. That's unfortunate that it's like that. What if we did a race suspension, then just raise it up instead of off-road? Is that too much on the off-road gone? -2, but we have sportiness we could reduce. What if we did a sport and then raised it up? No, not quite sporty enough, but just barely. Okay, race, then raise it up, and that gets us 2 less, but then it gets us the sportiness we needed, which means we can go back to the engine. And with the engine, we could, I don't know. Reverse flow we already got. Will the catalytic converters really help in anything I care about if I throw some on? No. It just makes things worse. What if we had not short cast, but just, yeah, short cast, yes. There. Is that better? Economy is maybe better? I don't know, let's see. Short cast is worse? Really? So the long tubular is actually better here? That seems weird, but apparently the things they care about, long tubular wins. What about if we had race tubular then? Shoot, you want a fancy tubular? I'll show you fancy tubular. Oh, it is better, but at what cost? $200, not worth it. I don't think the other one was that much more. What about just tubular? 3 less for like 30 bucks. Let's go with just the long tubular. That actually worked out. And again, we're just gonna fiddle with things until it works. It's kind of boring to watch that, you know, which is really unfortunate because that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm sorry. Please understand. We must get that platinum. I want the platinum. It's a hard level. This is I gotta prove myself right here. Alright, what if we up the quality 1 here? 1245. Up it again. 1246, but the cost went up by $50. I don't know if that's worth it, but we'll leave it for now. Alright, up it here again. Well, that one up by 2. That's good for the cost of $70. That's okay. Do it again. Oops, not that one. I want to up the valve one. Head and valves. Increase it still. Up by 2 more. That's good. The cost is getting close, though. We still have $300 to throw into it. That's the good news. We could keep throwing money into this thing because the money, as long as we use less than what they say, it's all good. Alright, what about doing another? Let's just keep doing a little on the head and valves. Seems to be working out pretty well. Well, no, okay, maybe not. That one was 120 bucks for that single slider. That's too much. Alright, what if we, exhaust? Does exhaust help? Do we need a better exhaust at all? Maybe. It might have helped a little bit. It's hard to know because I did multiple things at one time, which is never smart to do, but I'm lazy. And maybe we'll leave it like that. Up the top speed a bit? I'm just clicking things, seeing what helps. Okay, there we go. That's good, good, good. Okay, keep increasing the top speed again. Increase the top speed some more, and the sportiness is gone. And so is the actual usable top speed. That is gone as well. Usable. Why is the usable top speed such? You know what? I think I have to remove that stupid wing I put on it, or just make the aerodynamics 0. There and there. I'll probably increase the economy. Sportiness went down though. Oh, of course you did. Of course you did. See, if we put a manual on, I think the comfort will be too low, right? Oh, no, okay, manual wins. I figured that would reduce the comfort too much, but apparently I had a ton of comfort to play with. That's comfortable. We only need a little bit more now. Just a little bit more. Well, if we just had a little bit of the aerodynamics, does it help at all or no? No, 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 no. No aerodynamic stuff. Just get out of here. We don't want you. None of that. Safety, don't need to worry about that. Blah, blah, blah. Crap, 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 crap. I don't care about. Reliability is huge. Economy is huge. Tameness could probably be better. And off-road ability, but I don't really know what to do for off-road ability. Tameness, I could look at this and say, what can we make better? And see that the gearbox is reducing the tameness. How are we going to fix that? I don't know, actually. I think spacing would make it worse. Yeah, more spacing definitely made it worse, so that's not what we want to do. Maybe a slightly higher top speed, or just increasing the quality might help. We have enough money to increase the quality a couple ticks. So we could try that. We need 2 more points. We have $140 to get 2 points. What about up the quality 2 on the brakes? We need 2 more points even though we got 1 point improvement still. Either I can't math or that math don't add up right. Maybe it's both. What if we had 2 here? 1 more. $50. We need 1 more point for $50. What about right there? Come on. $16. What can I do with $16? What if we make the stroke 1 little bit bigger? That made it worse. Make the engine slightly smaller then. Make it a slightly smaller engine. I don't know if it's actually better. I know it's... Hold on. This is the actual comparison. Okay, it was better to have the slightly smaller engine. Wait a minute. Oh, the board changed. Oh, that messes everything up. Well, I'll just keep lowering it, see if it works, if it helps. I think it is helping. In an immeasurably small amount, it is helping. Eventually, it will just go over. It'll roll over the number we're going for. And like I said before, I'm pretty sure a big stroke low bore engine would be better here. And oh, come on! 1270, next rank, 1270. So I have 1270, it's just not 1270 enough. See, the problem is if I do this too much, I won't have enough, That's not fair. That's not fair. I have 1270. Don't do this. This engine is getting too small. Soon it won't be able to have enough power. Platinum. Barely got it, but we get a platinum. Oh, man. That one was kind of difficult. I will say that. That one was kind of difficult. We have a... You know what? I bet if we did the... What if we tried off-road suspension again? Because we have a ton of sportiness we don't need when we switch to the manual gearbox. Oh, I guess the other one was better. Turns out. That's actually surprising. Figured the jacked up race would be worse than the actual off-road because off-road's important, but nope. So that is the final version of the car. Wait, come on, I want to see the car. Oh, girl. Oh. Oh, what an abomination I've made. But it gets 51 miles to the gallon. And that apparently is almost all people care about. If you've seen some of the cars people drive, they're just the most boring, ugly looking things. It's like, oh, it gets a good miles per gallon. That is not something I ever care about at all. Like, when I buy my car, it's like, I don't care about miles per gallon. I don't care. I care about other things. So this car would never be something I would ever drive ever. This is just, but it's my abomination. That's the thing. It's mine. I made it. And it's a platinum. What's not to love? I'm pretty sure, though, if we actually took the wing off, just out of curiosity, but I'm pretty sure if we took the wing off, it would make things a lot better. And look at that. Oh, +3. I wouldn't have had to worry about a lot of that little fiddling at the end if I just took the stupid wing off. But I like my stupid wing. I don't care if it makes it worse. It's still a platinum vehicle, so put that wing back on it. And you wear that wing with pride. You hear me? Whatever you are, you little abomination, you wear it with pride. So that'll be it. And until next time, this is my WhyBeAre making something just absolutely gross. I'll see ya.